Hello and welcome to my stamp studio. My name is Beth Maxwell. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And today we're going to continue working with our paper pumpkin kit. This is our July kit. And yesterday we did a video showing how to make each of the 3 cards that come with the kit. So this morning I'm actually here. I'm following up on making a alternative card. And I'm going to do the alternative card with you right here. Live, well, on the video. So we're going to pull in the envelope that we had. So here, I just have my envelope here. I thought this was so pretty, and I liked the inside for my designer paper. So the first thing I do is I'm going to cut around the edges of the envelope to kind of undo the envelope. So I'm just going to turn this over, and I'm going to just trim a little edge off. So like a 1/16 of an inch here, all right? I'm going to start at the top here and just go down. Make sure you have a sharp blade when you do this. All right. So there we go. I'm going to flip it around and do it on the other side. I am going to the bottom part of my trimmer for this, just so I can get my edges there. So I'm only taking off a hair. All right. So I'm not really taking away from the beauty of this right here. I'm going to be cutting this out, and we'll be using that on our card front. So let's trim at the score line here. I want to make sure that I'm actually on that score line right above. I don't want to have that on my card. All right, so I trim that down right there. And again, make sure your trimmer is sharp, because otherwise you get all these little fuzzies on there like that. So I'm going to grab my other trimmer just because I don't have a blade handy to switch out. So yes, I always have 2 trimmers. This one always has a scoring blade and my cutting blade on it. Just get all these other pieces off. All right. Now I'm just going to trim this flap. So this flap has this adhesive piece right there. So I am going to just trim that off. I'm going to do that right now. I can use that for something else. Actually, let's do this. Let's just trim this piece at 3.5 inches. Actually, I think I can go to 3.25. I'm just seeing where my score line is versus where it's coming up on that flower. So I'm just going to move it just a tad. When I put down my guide, I can kind of see where that will cut as well. All right, so I'm going to set that side a piece. This is really cute. I could just use this for the front of my card. So we could easily bring in this paper. This is one of the card bases. We're going to cut down that card base. I'm trying to stay with all the things that are in my kit. I am going to bring in some extra cardstock for my card bases. So this I'm going to cut to be... This has to be 5.5, or this at 5.5. We'll just trim this piece off right away. All right. This piece will need to be, I measured this at what before? So I don't have measurements. I'm just kind of going by the seat of my pants here. I'm going to actually cut this to 3.25. Just going to cut off some of those little scratches at the bottom there that I had made. So I've got 3.25. So now I know that this piece has to be 3.5. So I'm giving it a 1/4 inch border. Put that piece aside. This piece here, this piece here. And I'm going to pull in just a piece of basic white cardstock. I really kind of like the look of just the white on white, so we're going to pull that in. And I'm just grabbing my cardstock here, and I didn't have that ready yet, so. All right, we'll just pull a couple pieces in here so we have some ready. This is 8.5 by 5.5. I'm just going to score it at 4.25. So I'm coming through, I'm making sure that I'm using my light gray blade. So give it a good score. Fold that in half. Give it a good press there. We'll move this out of the way. All right. Now I have my 5.5 by 3.5 cardstock. Just a super simple, basic layout. And here we go. So these are just different things you can use with your kit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that these are the same length. So I like to adhere this side down first. So I'm going to bring in my seal here. And we're just going to put some seal on my... Trick with seal is don't push too hard. I have a tendency to push really hard and it doesn't come out well. So be gentle with it. It likes to be gentle. All right, I'm just going to center this on here. It's okay if it's not perfect. Don't worry. All right, I'm just going to look at the back and see if I have any overhang. I have a slight bit, but I'm not going to worry about that. All right, and now I can bring back in this right here. At this point, I am actually ready to do my stamping, so I can stamp my sentiment here. So I'm going to pull in that stamp set, and I want to go with the Friends Like You Make Life Beautiful. I think that's really a nice sentiment. So I'm going to use the same gray granite that was in our kit. Now you get a stamping spot when you have the paper pumpkin. I just like to use my larger one. Here we go. I was trying to find my sentiment there. All right, so go ahead and ink that up. And decide where you want that to be. Do you want that to be in your lower corner here? Do you want it to be over here? I kind of like it over here, so we'll go ahead and stamp that right there. Now, if you've used all the embellishments in your kit, go ahead and grab any embellishments you have on hand. I am going to grab, see, I'm thinking my brass butterflies would be awesome, but we'll have to see if I have those handy here. I may have used all of them, so I just need to go through my stash here, see if I have some handy. And it doesn't look like I do. I'm really shocked because I usually have a bunch of those. Okay. You know what I do have? I'm just going to use anything that I have here. I have... Where'd they go now? I just had them. Where'd they go? Okay. I have these iridescent gems. So I'm just going to use those. Again, I'm just using stuff out of my stash to kind of, you know, get stuff out of my craft room so that I can get other things. All right, I kind of started that rule with myself that before I can order more, I need to use what I have. So I'm going to randomly put these around the flowers on the front of the card. It just adds that extra sparkle, and I don't have to worry about adding a lot of extra color. I'm going to keep using the small ones, I think. You know what? I'm going to add a couple more. I feel like I just need a few more, so we'll put one right here too. And I think I'm going to add another one. Oh, maybe right in there. Do I want it over here? Oh well, it's there now. Okay, so move that out of the way. Bring back in our card base. We're going to go ahead and add some seal here. I should have added my seal before I added my embellishment, but it's still doable. All right. And just a quick and simple card. Now, if you want to kind of spice up your card a little bit, I'm going to grab in my silicone mat here. I'm going to put just so I can put that down so it doesn't stick. I'm just going to take some of my iridescent ribbon here, and I'm just going to tie a little bow right over here. So let's trim this down. Now I can move the bow after I tie it. I kind of like the spot that it's landing in. I like this ribbon because it just adds a little bit of sparkle. It's not bulky. And that's our striped trim ribbon. Make my bow just a tad smaller here. So I'm going to give my 2 loops there a tug. So now I just need to see, okay, where do I want to position my bow? So just need to bend my card a little bit, and I can slide this wherever it needs to go. And I can actually give it a little bit of a tug here to turn it. And we're going to cut our ribbon. There we go. I always have dedicated scissors for ribbon trimming. All right, and now I'm going to just put this on the front. Just line it up with that edge. And there we go. There is our alternative. And the original card, where did I have it? Is right here. This is what the paper pumpkin kit had. And this is my little alternative card. So hopefully you like this little video today. I'll be back with more. Not sure the next time I'll post, but I'll have another alternative for you. Thanks for joining me today. I so appreciate it. Go ahead and share this video. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Give me a thumbs up on Facebook. Leave a reply that you're watching. I love to know where you're from and who's all watching. So take care. Have a great day.